Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. I have my cards here and I've already started tuning into the energy and pulling some cards because the energy was a bit difficult to understand today. So I pulled more cards as what I wanted and what I expected. But before this, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. So what I've seen at the beginning when I was tuning into this energy was a wolf, and the wolf was approaching us. It was a black wolf that reminded me, of course, of the shadow. It was very big and huge and wild, maybe a bit threatening, feral, but at the same time, he was not threatening us, but in the moment that he was approaching, I've seen the person that represents us, of course, kind of submitting to the energy, sitting down and being quiet. And there was something leaving out of fear of the wolf. And this energy that was leaving, it was not something that belonged to us, actually, but was something that was what I felt was something that was imposed by the society and the expectation of other people. So it was a good thing that this energy actually escaped. And the wolf actually is a part of us, represents the shadow. And in the moment that we uh, come to terms with this shadow, in the moment that we become friends with this wolf, it is actually leading us to something that is extremely beautiful. What I've seen was a wood, was a forest, and us becoming, embracing our wilderness, embracing our true essence and our wild aspects. And when I say wild, this is not a bad thing. Actually, it is a very good thing. It was our true essence, what how we are without all the expectations and without all the impositions of the society. It's kind of coming back to our roots, coming back to who we are, and yeah, kind of getting bare in a certain sense, getting naked, getting bare, getting back to nature. And it's freedom, right? It's freedom. And then the wolf was leading us to a pool of crystalline water that was really pure and really beautiful. And it made me think about a mirror that now is cleansed and we can see through it now. Before we couldn't because it was kind of, I want to say foggy. It was not, it was not crystalline. And now instead it is, and we can see through. Thing that brings clarity though and bring purity. So something that got kind of cleansed by embracing this shadow aspect. In the moment that I started pulling the cards, I felt an energy kind of confusing, and I was not really understanding where the message was going. That's why I pulled so many cards. The first ones that were coming were solitude, new beginnings, and potential. So it's a moment likely that we need to be in solitude, or we have been in solitude for a while. And when I think of solitude, I kind of connect it with the Hermit card of the Tarot, in a sense of getting back to ourselves and looking inside. And maybe this is why we've seen the shadow. Maybe this is how we've met this wolf, this shadow, or maybe it's something that we are going or called to do now. So being in solitude, being on ourselves, and I see here the water, and this remembers me of this kind of crystalline pool. Maybe we need to do some cleansing and looking through. The water represent emotions, looking into our emotions and explore our maybe inner child, maybe it's past life, whatever it is. And this will lead us to connect more with ourselves and to see things in a clearer way. And we also have the prophecy of silence card that I'm not sure you can see. And it says, quietly listen and your heart will give you the answers. And it's again called to be in solitude and in silence, and again this hermit kind of energy where we are called to stand still, to stay still, to yeah, to actually look. Also, you see all the kind of darkness, right? And also in this card here, it's in the night. So it's actually called to be in to embrace the quietness, to embrace the silence, and to look inside and to look for the answers inside. And the light will come. We have the moon here, and the moon is the light of the night. So it's actually a remembrance that actually the moon is also our internal, our inner self, different, opposite from the sun, that is the masculine energy. It's the outer aspect of ourself, our identity, our ego, even if we want. Instead, the moon is more silent, is the feminine. It's our inner, interior, the emotions again. So there is really this call to go deep in ourselves and see what is that want to come through. And connected to this is the wind, and the wind, it's very different from the water. There is the motion. The wind is more communication, but in this case, what I think it's about, it's not so much the wind in a sense of communication and clarity, even if it can be a part of it, as much as being led by the wind. Trust the process and see where the wind is leading you. See where your thoughts, for example, are led, and trust the process, because you may be led somewhere that you were not expecting to go, but this is leading to clarity, connecting also to the crystalline pool of water. That is actually, it represents to me clarity. So it's something that maybe it's a process of cleansing, of something that is, as I said before, something that is escaping, something that is going out, that is pushed out by this wolf, by this shadow. But this is for our best. And there is this, I associate the wind with cleansing. So there is something that is kind of this process. But the wind also is something that pushes us. So it's also like trust the process, trust where you're led, and this will open this is a new beginning. So this will lead you to a total new beginning. And I'm led to see, wait, this is the card, new beginning. And I'm led to kind of the mirror between the stream of water down here and this kind of light up into the sky. They kind of mirror to each other, the light here and the water here. And to me, this is a kind of a lesson. Maybe we are shown as above, so below, as a sort of lesson. Or maybe this shadow is leading us to actually see that what is happening inside of us is also showing up in the 3D world outside of us, but it's also what is internal in the spiritual realms reflects on earth. So this is really beautiful, and it's a new beginning. So a total new path that is opening up once we kind of embrace this energy, once we make peace with the shadow, once we cleanse. And we have to trust the wind, we have to trust where we're led. And now that I said wind, I heard kind of the spiritual guides, and I'm seeing a feather with my mind's eye. So it's possible that you are actually led to this new beginning, to the new path. And this is taking you to something that is full of potential. This new beginning itself is full of potential. And with this card, I see again the same as above, so below, because here you have all this beautiful sky, and here I'm not sure you can see, but in the darkness, in the shadows, there is the reflection, the mirror of this that is happening up in the sky. So this could be actually about the kind of lesson, but not lesson doesn't have to be a bad thing. um, Maybe someone is actually led to see that what happens above is also reflected here on earth. And yes, I don't, there is something about the mirroring, in all the three cards. So it's possible that we actually are called to look in the mirror, as I also, as I was saying before with the crystalline water. It's like the mirror needs to be cleansed. We need to take some action to cleanse this mirror so that we can see through and we can see with clarity. Again, the wind is also clarity. There is a process of actually getting back to ourselves and understand that there is still something that we may need to cleanse, we may need to look at, so that we can actually fully embrace this new beginning, this new path that is full of potential, and embracing this as above, so below kind of energy. Okay. So once I started, as I say, once I started pulling the cards, I felt a bit of confusion and I was not sure of where the reading was going. And I've got confirmed this by the Coyote card, because the Coyote card is about the trickster energy. And I think that we are afraid of the trickster energy because, of course, we don't like to be tricked. We don't like the trickster, but this doesn't have to be something bad at all. And in relation to the wind and the coyote, it's like we are led to embrace this new path, this new beginning, but in a way that we were not expecting. And this is also that we usually see this when we deal with the shadow. The trickster energy is that energy that is pushing us out of our comfort zone, is the one that is maybe calling to a certain, we think that we are called to a certain thing, and actually the thing is another thing. There is a bit of confusion, of illusion, and what we have to understand with the trickster is that this is not happening to us but for us. The thing is about understanding and trusting the process, and it is not easy, it's very difficult, but it is happening so that we can understand something that is even bigger. Maybe we were not expecting this, and maybe we were not wanting in a sense, but this is a lesson that our spiritual guides are leading us to embrace, because we are not called to control this. This is something out of our control. This is something that is happening for us. We are led to, but we have to trust. We don't know where it is leading. We are called to follow and to trust. To trust also the mysterious occurrences. This is the card that to me at least speaks of synchronicities and coincidences, let's say. So with the coyote, I think it's just perfect. So the wind is leading us in a way that sometimes we may not expect, we may not want. It could seem sometimes something that is unpleasant, and we may think like, oh my God, no, I don't want this. Trust and wait. Don't rush into the things, because behind a challenge, there could be this huge, amazing gift, and the gifts often are hidden by the shadows or aspects of us that are unhealed. And so, as I was saying before, the as above, so below energy is also something that I think is mirrored by this card, the giveaway. And it's speaking to me of something that is, as you give, so you receive. It's something about being in balance, and trust the process of as you give, you receive. The giving is the receiving. But it's also about with the wings and with the feathers, and actually the woman is looking up. It's also again for me about trusting and allowing the light. Allowing the light, but again also with the shadows. So embracing the shadows, but then it's like the shadows are taking us to the light, are taking us to something that is actually our true self. And with the wings and the feathers, I was saying, this makes me think about the spiritual guides. And I think this is a process that has been really divinely guided and divinely also timed. And we may be forced, oh no, sorry, we may be called or wanting in human terms to force this energy. This is not something that can be forced at all. You have to trust and to follow this kind of the path as it goes. You cannot force it, you cannot at all, but it is leading to something that is extremely beautiful, but you were not expecting. So with the seer, it's actually about seeing something, seeing beyond the veil. And there is this kind of shaman energy every time that I look at this card. It's like embracing what we are, and this may lead to revelations that are beyond our wildest dreams. Again, this is full of potentials that we may not expect. But this is really about surrendering. You are called to surrender and to see what happens. Even if you don't see the outcome and the end result, this is okay, because the journey itself is the process that will take you here, will take you to actually see inside and to inside and outside. Again, this is kind of as within, so without, as above, so below. And there will be something that is, I'm called to, you see how many animals, how many things actually are surrounding her, because she's embracing all the aspects of herself, and she is accepting and trusting. And there is something that is extremely powerful that comes up when we do this. There is a new way, a new self that actually comes, and a new self that is maybe, I want to say kind of wild, also connecting back with the message that was coming through at the beginning. An energy of embracing the wilderness and see the gifts that it takes, that it brings us. And the Wheel of Fortune is really about embracing the opportunity and seizing the moment without releasing the fear, and just taking the leap of faith and embracing it. And the Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card, so you can expect very beautiful things. And this ends with endless universe. Explore uncharted territory and discover new possibilities. That with the seer, and the potential is just amazing, it's just extremely beautiful. So you may at the end of this journey, that again, you may be just at the beginning now, or you may be also in the meantime. The timelines are different, of course, for different people, but it may lead you to actually see much beyond what you think you can, and embracing the complexity and the beauty of the universe. And this is amazing. This is really beautiful. Okay, let's see if there is something I want to come out from this deck. Okay, this is really beautiful. So we have greatness, the elephant, and the message is: love is your strength, leadership is your path, your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem, you will naturally and easily achieve success. So the elephant is, with the elephant, the first thing that comes to me is memory, but it's also about not being afraid of being big and taking up the space we need, we want. And this entire new path is leading us to greatness. and wisdom. Okay. Oh, and to magic. What is this? Mystic and magic. Wow. It's extremely beautiful. Okay, I will show you the cards. So this entire path is taking us to embrace our greatness, our leadership. Take up the space. Don't be afraid. And this is also taking us to embracing our mystic nature, again with the seer and our magic. And this is amazing because actually once we embrace this lesson about as above so below, and we open up and we embrace our wilderness and our shadows, we yeah, we see, yeah, also with the crystalline pool, we see through. There is clarity coming, but there are also these gifts that reawaken. And this could be about mystic and magic in the sense of seeing beyond the veils and being able to embrace the energy of the universe and to cooperate and co-create with the universe. Okay. So with the Mystic card, the message is: know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face an adversity. Take time to rest, dream and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Extremely beautiful. And I guess this is really talking to me about the seer that is at the end of this I almost want to say initiation anyway, of this journey. It's part of the new beginning. And with the Owl card, the magic, we have choose to know the truth, because you can open your inner vision. You can see through the deception, let the past go, and make room for a better life. Rise up, magic and wisdom are your birthright. Really beautiful. Okay, let's see if there is something from this. Too many cards. Okay. So these are the cards. And here we have the Three of Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Swords. It's a bit messy. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the World, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, the first thing that I'm called to is the World, and the World is really about a cycle that comes to an end. And when a cycle comes to an end, there is automatically a new beginning. And okay, so it's about a new beginning. It's about completing a cycle. And I think that the shadow is part of the cycle. And I don't know if the shadow is actually maybe something about childhood, but may also be about ancestral healing and something that has to be worked through different generations. Of course, it can also be past lives. I don't want to put a label on it. It's open, it depends on you. But there could be some energy that actually, as I was saying at the beginning, something that needs to be cleared, something that needs to be cleansed. And the word is confirming this. Is like there is something that comes to an end, and after there is a new beginning. With the Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups, the first thing that is actually drawing my eye is the sun that is showing. There's a lot of yellow energy, and yellow is about the third chakra, the solar plexus, but it's also about passion. And the Page of Wands calls me to passion, calls me to and take your wand and like follow your passion and trust that you are led. But with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups, and this also falls into the kind of the past energy, let's say, the moment of solitude, there could be something that we need actually to slow down and to leave behind. And this could be with the Knight of Swords. This could even be actually about kind of overthinking, because the Knight of Swords, it's the energy that is kind of rushing, and when you are in that energy, you cannot embrace your solitude. You cannot actually, even if you're alone, you cannot actually connect with your inner self, because you are rushing, and all the thoughts, because the swords are about thoughts, are, there is confusion. There is confusion. With the Eight of Cups, actually, we may be called to step out of this and embrace the solitude in our, and kind of come back to ourselves. Yes, and even if you think or may feel that you are leaving something behind, this is only partially true. It's not completely true. So, and embracing this passion that, with the Three of Pentacles, this could be about something like crafting, like learning to craft our own magic or our art. There may be something around music, but doesn't have to be necessarily. But it's like embracing our true power. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords. That is really about the mirror, the pool of water, and embracing the shadows, getting rid of what is actually, it's like the chains that are tying us up, but they are not necessary anymore. You can get rid of them. You can free yourself from this energy. So I think that the message is actually repeating itself. So maybe this is it. Let's see if there is something more that wants to come. But I think that is it. Okay, yeah, this is sitting. This is the Empress. So she's pregnant, full of potential, and she's sitting in this side. So we have potential. We have the Three of Pentacles with this kind of magic, with this thing that we are called to learn or to embrace about ourselves, which is actually leading us to this beautiful energy of greatness. And the Page of Pentacles is again, we have sitting under the new beginnings, we have the pages. The pages are about new beginnings, are about learning, are about stepping into. So I think that, yes, the message is kind of repeating. Yeah, there is some burden that we have to release. Okay, I think that's it. I just posted a rune to see if there is something to conclude, to end. This is messy. Okay, so we have this rune here, and the card says delays, restriction, resistance leading to strength. I like this. Resistance leading to strength, innovation, need, fire, self-reliance, distress, confusion, conflict, and the power of will to overcome them. So yeah, this is the final message, the power of will to overcome all this confusion. So you have all the power and all that you need actually to navigate through this. And this is a kind of remember that you are powerful and that you absolutely can. You can do this, and you just need to remember who you are, and the fact that the magic has always been in yourself. So just remember, take the time to remember who you truly are. This is the message, and thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.